second device? That's what I didn't ask you. Or
Second device
to read the
for.
chats. If not, it's okay. We can it'll come up on your screen. It's just sometimes it does and it doesn't. It depends on
Okay.
it's whatever YouTube decides to do, if they want if
Okay.
they're okay. Oh, there my notification came. Yay, it says 3 waiting. Yay, we're here. So 3, me,
Hi.
you, and probably the hubs. Hi hubs, are you watching? Thank you. Mwah.
Hello,
So
everyone.
we'll just wait a little while to let everybody get noticed because after I hit the launch button, it takes about 5-10 minutes or so for people to get their notifications and they'll start
Okay.
heading in. I know
Okay.
Jackie was having a live today. Hi, Jeanette. Jeanette's here. Thank you, my love. Thank
Hi,
you for
Jeanette.
coming in. So I know Jackie had a live, but she said she was not going to stay very long. So
Hmm.
she got on about 5. She had a rough day, poor thing.
Okay.
So hopefully they'll be popping over pretty soon.
No
But
problem.
what I always tell everybody is that not to worry how many we have on here because we have a great replay beauties that are faithful to watching the lives, and so they'll be able to get out and watch the content. Yay! Okay, there we
Mm.
are. We're on. We will have a 10-second delay,
Okay.
so when we ask questions, it'll be about 10 seconds before you'll see it, or before everybody
Okay.
will do that. Hi, who else is in here? Rayel. Hi, Rayel. Thank you for coming over. Melissa from Melissa's Corner.
Mm.
Hello, hello. Woohoo. Don't forget to thumb up the live as you come in. I appreciate it. Marilla. Hi, Marilla. Welcome, welcome. Yes, I knew you were coming
Hi.
in. Marilla
Yes,
says
I'm seeing
hello.
them all. Yes. Hi,
Can you
Melissa.
can
Hi,
read it now?
Rael.
Yay, good, good. I'm so
Hi,
glad.
Marilla. Yes.
Don't forget to go to your chats, and it automatically comes into top chats. So make sure you hit the little spirally button where it says chat filter and hit all messages, and it'll come in order. And
Oh,
just so
hi,
that it's not out
Angela.
of order. Hi, Angela. Hi, Angela. How you doing? How you doing? I haven't seen you in a little while. I missed the live the other day. It was a crazy day for me, and I missed the live. Um, Morella, let's see. Jeanette says my cat is very
Jackie's in.
timid. Oh, they're asking about her cat. She got a new cat. She
Oh.
got a new cat. Jackie, hi Jackie. Thanks for coming in and joining us. I hope that you're feeling better, Jackie. I know that you had a rough day today. My heart goes out to you, and I was praying for you. Rael's Closet says, "What is the cat's name?" Okay, so they're talking to each other in the chats, and
Hmm.
we're all getting to know Jeanette's cat. We're all animal lovers in here, animal lovers. Okay. All right, we have a few in here. It's not giving me a count tonight how many we have. So I think we have about 9 or 10 looks like. But I want to go ahead and get started cuz I know it's kind of a late night for some of y'all. Some of y'all are just waking up, some of y'all are just getting home from work. But tonight we have a wonderful guest. Her name is Deandra Bolton, and her channel is Fashion Without Limitations. I have been watching her for a while. I wanted her to get on for a live for a while. She's got a busy life. She works and does all kinds of stuff, so it's been a little hard to coordinate. But her channel, she is so thoughtful and insightful when she gives you her reviews and when she shows her bags and when she does her collections, that I really like to watch and listen to her thought process, because me, I have none. I see a bag, I like it, and there we go. Y'all know who I am. But she's very thoughtful and she's very young, and I'm like, I want to know all about that. So, Deandra, what I'd like you to do is introduce yourself, introduce your channel, and just give us a little synopsis of you for right now, and then we'll go into the questions.
Okay, no problem. So my name is Deandra Bolton. My channel used to be named or called that, but I recently switched it to Fashion Without Limitations, mainly because I wanted to have that separation between my career and me on the digital space. And also, I wanted to bring forth what my channel is, which is Fashion Without Limitations. And what that means is that I'm not limiting to myself to any bracket, any price point, none of that type of thing. Once I like it, I think it's deemed worth my money, quality, and all, and the quality is of what I am okay with paying. I will buy it pretty much. So in my closet is very varied, to be honest. So that's in a nutshell what my channel is. I do want to branch out into other things just besides the accessories. It's mainly a bag channel, but that will soon to come. But yeah,
Perfect,
that's me.
perfect. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to do my lives and wanted to get guests on was also to give back, to give find a way to give back to everybody, as far as hi Craig, hi Birkin boy, how are you doing? Welcome in. Hi Apple Blonde, hi Caleb, welcome in. Is I wanted to give back for everybody who helped. Caleb's a perfect example. He helped me get started and move on and grow my channel. And I wanted to do that too. Deandra, her channel is so fabulous, but it is not getting the traction I think that it deserves. So if you are not following her right now, please give her a follow, give her a like, go back and watch her content. She's got very thoughtful and insightful content, and I think that if you just take the time to watch it, and I don't know why it's not getting pushed out. So I want to do my little part to help her. It's not, I'm a little bitty channel, but I want to help her as well
I
to
thank you for
grow.
that.
You're welcome. It just it's one of those things that just kind of frustrates me.
Mm.
I want to start with, for you, what does fashion mean to you? Like what can you define fashion for you?
Sure. Honestly, when you came up with this topic, I was really happy because I've
Yay.
been meaning to do a video on this. I was just like, I don't know how it'll be received. I don't know if anybody would care, But for me, I feel like fashion is self-expression.
Okay.
And that's why I personally don't limit myself to anything. I wouldn't say I'm a luxury lover. I wouldn't say I'm a contemporary or whatever kind of lover. It's just it has to have a vibe. Caleb always says this. It's a vibe.
Right.
It flows. It has to coordinate and all that stuff. So for me, fashion is a self-expression, is an art form, and we're expressing it through the things that we buy and how we pair it together.
Perfect. Craig, the channel's name is Fashion Without Limitations. But
Yes.
if you add her, it's at DD Bookie,
Yes.
Bookie. Now we talked about that.
Yes. I don't know if I should explain why it's Dee Dee
But
Bookie.
and that's one of the things that where it's hard to find when those two things don't match up, it's hard for
Yes.
people to find you.
I
So
know.
so but you had did it, you answered one of the questions why you explained the name change, but if you want to explain the DD
The
Bookie,
handle?
yeah, the
Yes.
handle.
So I have yet to do your suggestion yet with doing the email separately for the channel, which is coming. But what I did for it was I was on a live with you when you had Nancy Carnes
Yes.
as a guest, and you were the topic evolved into collaborating and connecting with other people on YouTube. And you mentioned to me that it was hard to find me, even though I did make a post on saying that I wanted to collaborate with others and so forth, and that so in the midst of me changing my channel, I was like, you know what? I do have in my intro my Instagram name, which is at Dee Dee Bookie, which is actually a nickname from when I was really, really younger, which has kind of shortened down to Dee Dee. So when people call you Dee Dee, I feel like, wait, I have to kind of mindset.
We're
You're not talking
quitting.
to me.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, so at Dee Dee Bookie is just keeping it similar to my Instagram handle. So if you're looking for me on Instagram or YouTube, you can find me at the same
On
way.
there.
Yeah.
And should be also in her description box. And I will, after this goes live, as far as the video goes, posted, I will put it
Mhm,
in the description box. I'll put it in the description box for y'all, link it for y'all, and y'all can find it easily that way.
mhm.
Hi Rael, hi Angela. Let's see, AKA the bag lady. Hey, welcome in, welcome in.
Hello,
Let
everyone.
me see it really quick if there's any questions. Jackie from Jack's Bag Attack said she just subbed. Thank you so much, Jackie. I appreciate it. Hi Latina. I see them saying hello to you, but I don't see your thing. My self-appointed vice president. I have a self-appointed president, which is Melissa's Corner, and self-appointed vice president, which is Latina, and that's just how we roll on this channel. I wanted to also ask you, how being so young, how did you form your thought process? Let me read my question because I want to make sure that I ask it right. For being so young, how did you become so thoughtful and intentional with your purchasing and your style? Because I was trying to figure out, like, exactly what I wanted to ask you, and because you're so young.
It's no problem. Honestly, when I came onto the YouTube space, I was already watching, a handful of people. And I was automatically already turned off by seeing the same things, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been I've been always told that I have an old soul, and I always like to be different. So I didn't want the cookie cutter or the YouTube classics. I remember I made that video. I didn't want that cookie cutter type of collection. I wanted something that spoke to me, also that would be timeless, I would love, and that would be functional. So it really took a lot of thought. But at the end of the day, I shouldn't say, hold on, let me recap that. It took a lot of thought, but it also didn't. Because I do
Okay.
have my impulse purchases. I'm not
Oh,
going to
okay.
lie.
So you do
But
have both. Okay.
yes, I do have both. So when you say like it seems well thought out, I try, but I think we do falter at times. But
Yeah, we all.
yes. But I knew I didn't want the same old brands. I wanted things differently. So I love the YouTube space that I'm in because everybody has a little bit of something. And even if it is the same brands, they'll give you something that is different that other
Correct.
people don't have within those same brands,
Right.
which I thoroughly love. Like open my mind. Let me show me something more. And that's I guess how I kind of approach my closet. Certain things I knew I couldn't afford, so I go for alternatives, which are still good quality, but those I really think about for sure because it's
Y-
just like I don't want it to be like a look like a knockoff.
Right.
It needs to be
Exactly.
substantial.
Yes. You do great on that. Hi, welcome in, Jolie. Welcome in. If y'all have just came in, we are watching Deandra Bolton from Fashion Without Limitations. I love that name. I love that name. And she's talking about how she curates her collection. I was asking her, and
Mhm.
I just love how I just love the thought process, how you do that with your alternatives. You have some great unknown alternatives in there. Caleb just did a unknown, what was it, the unknown Ralph Lauren ones, and then Jackie showed us some unknown Ralph Lauren's. And I like how you've already have done some takes that where you take a new bag or a fashionable bag or a fashionable label, and you go in there and you say, okay, I can't afford this right now, but what's gonna satisfy me more than, and it's more than just scratching the itch. It's like, what is going to satisfy me for a good period of time until you can
Yes.
find just the right bag, if you decide you want to do a label bag. And
Yes.
she has some great labels in there as well too, some great labels in there too. um do you think that fashion is something that is trendy or classic or both? Or
That's an interesting one. I feel like it's a mixture, to be
okay,
honest, because okay, right now we have several trends going on. We have that east to west trend, we have the denim trend, we have all that, and I love them. I do. However, would I say that it wouldn't always go out of style? No, because everything is kind of cyclical. It's like
exactly. Right.
revamps and maybe updated and so forth. So I feel like even though it may seem trendy, it depends on how you buy it and what you get per se. But I personally believe if you truly love it, it's not going to be trendy. It will always be timeless for your collection.
For your
That's just how
collection.
I feel. Yeah, it may be outdated to the masses, but you love it.
Right.
So it will stay in your collection forever. And that's why I don't know, because once I love it, I know it's really hard for me to sell
Oh,
anything
I'm right there with you. I'm
in
right
my
there with you.
collection.
And that's how I come approach. I think that's probably why I like your channel so much, is that's how I approach I came on approaching mine is that when I always say I see it, I like it, I buy it, and I don't have much thought process because I am an intuitive kind of person, and it has to speak
Mhm,
to my soul, to my body, has to move me in some way.
mhm,
So, it's hard for me to think a lot of stuff through, but I think things through in a different way. But it's not always the exact what's on trend. It's like I do like the vintage items. I do like the older styles, it's stuff that were, Jackie says all the time, it's things that people were looking for, 10 years ago that she's into now.
yeah,
And sh- for those of y'all who have been in it in a long, for a long period of time, I am just kind of rediscovering fashion because, being a mom and a wife and, a daughter and a caregiver, all that stuff was put on, on the back burners for me for so many years. It wasn't something that was important to me. It's like, yes, I wanted to make sure that I looked professional for work. I wanted to make sure that I looked you know, nice and put together, but it
yeah,
wasn't something that, I just really it was like I had a nice black blouse. I would have some little those little shawls and stuff and just change them out. Just things to where were staples, was staples. And that's really how I kind of lived. And then when I did the mom life, it was okay, what team are we on? It was always in whatever team shirt that we're in. So it's like not much thought process other than, oh, I need
yeah,
to wear red because the team
mhm,
wears red or that kind of stuff. So
mhm,
I feel kind of me talking about fashion, I'm not a fashionable person per se as far as knowledge wise. So that's
mhm.
why I like watching channels like yours because I learn a lot. I learn a lot. Because you're so thoughtful about things. But you also give us permission to say you say I'm not the rule. I'm just this is how I do it, and
Mhm.
you're giving us permission to do things where like do whatever it is that you want.
Yeah.
Nothing is wrong.
Mhm.
And I really really like that because sometimes go, well, should you mix this, should you mix that? I mix everything. I break all the rules, I say, because I don't know what the rules are. I
Yeah.
don't know what the rules are, and I kind of like it. So when I watch your channel, it's comforting because
Mhm.
when you're so thoughtful about stuff, it was like I'm going, okay, well, I'm not crazy. Instinctually, I feel that way.
Yeah.
Intellectually, you've done all that work intellectually,
Mhm.
but instinctually, I'm like, okay, that's it. That's how I am. That's how
Mhm.
I am. So I really love that. I appreciate that. How did you first discover fashion?
Okay, I would say I always had a love for fashion. My experience with shopping in general comes with me with my grandmother.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Um,
think it's grandmothers with a lot of us, it's grandmothers, yes.
Yes. I mean, I grew up with my dad, single family home. I mean, my mom was, here, but I never really lived with her. So that feminine aspect I always got from my grandmother mostly. My dad, they always used to have tug of war with raising us in a sense because she's like, they're not boys. And he's like, what? So I was always in like a tomboy type of state, that's the clothes that he bought for us. But in terms of like the feminine side, especially for church, I got that from my grandmother, and we would shop all day. We would not get tired. And they were like, I think it's like 9 is the store is about to close. Let's go and get some food type of
Yes,
situation.
yeah.
So I always had a love for fashion, but I would say it took me some time to get out of my shell for sure. I always loved to be in black growing up. And my grandmother hated that about me. She was like, you need to do color. Like, you're just so drab. And I'm like, it just works. Like, I wasn't really going into, I mean, perhaps because I wasn't really buying stuff for myself either. I was just like, it works. I like it. And I was always a chunky, heavy set girl as well. So I would say when I got to college and I was more so buying things for myself and I was picking and choosing, that's when I started, especially with the clothes. That was my introduction to fashion. I know my channel is mostly a bag channel, but before bags and shoes, clothes primarily. So that is, in a long story, my introduction to fashion, and I guess my thought process about certain things. I wouldn't say mostly bag wise, but definitely clothes wise. I get it from my grandmother. I feel like I'm the type of person that, you should kind of dress for your shape. You know what I
Right,
mean? I
right,
always
yeah,
had a curvy shape, so
yeah.
cover it up. You don't need to expose a line, that type of sort of stuff. I know there's a lot of body positivity, which is great. I love it, but still,
A little modesty is okay for
it's
you. Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
I
So
understand that. Yeah, I
so that's
understand
why
that.
people
Yeah,
consider me a little bit old, or as in my culture we call it stush, but um it's I don't think anything is wrong with it. There's a time and place, you know?
exactly. So
Um
what is the word I learned? We all learning a new word today. Stush,
yes, stush.
stush, which means
Yes.
kind of old and stuffy,
Yeah, pretty much.
pretty much.
You're
Stush.
particular,
Okay.
you're kind of no, you don't really want to mess with certain things. You
Yeah.
yeah.
That's so funny. Let me go into the chats and let's see if there's any questions and see if I've missed anybody. Caleb says that you're great. I saw that. Um, Everybody's saying hello to them. Um, Bergen Boy said amen to something you said. Let's see, Apple Blonde. Let's see. Uh, if I missed you, I'm sorry. Hidden Gems. Is that the name of Caleb, is that the name of the what I'm referring to what I'm referring to on your video? Birkin Boy says fashion is trend cycle, style is personality focused through fashion. IMHO. Yes, I agree. I
What does
agree.
IMHO mean?
I don't know. Tell us. I was just
Okay.
making that one out. In my honest opinion. Okay, in my
Oh,
honest
okay.
opinion. Yeah, I did know that one. Wait a minute. In my honest opinion, yeah. He uses that or not. Morella says, great point, Deandria. Jolie says, I am 56. Trends mean nothing to me anymore. Yeah. Um, I I don't really follow trends either intentionally because when you shop the trends are there, so you don't have a choice because
Yes.
it's all that's there, you know.
Hmm.
So I may just choose something that's maybe a little bit, not as trendy or maybe a little bit older of a trend, but if if I'm trendy or fashionable or anything like that, it's because of the fact that that's what's available, so that's what I buy, so it's available at where I shop, which I really only shop for clothes in one place, and we all know where that's at.
Okay.
So, and you're saying that, you wanted to branch out with the name change with fashion, just having fashion in there. Fashion is like everything, anything,
Yeah.
so, don't feel like you have to limit yourself to just the handbags because you have great eye for style just all around. She has some styling videos that she has done. It's been a while, but they're really great. Mims Beauty and Luxury. Welcome in. Hi, Misty. Don't forget to subscribe to each other if you're not subscribed. Mims Beauty and Luxury. She has a channel. Caleb Snell has a channel and a membership. I'd love to be part of his membership. Jolie Simple Opinion. She has a channel as well, and she's doing planning on Sundays. Loving that. I'm loving that. Hi, Dawn Donuts. Welcome in. I missed you. Welcome in. Let me see. If you have any questions, please make sure you put a big Q or a question. Hi, Nancy. Nancy Carnes is here. Yay, a fellow collaborator that we had all a collab together. Yay. Miss Jelly, welcome in. Welcome in. I just want to make sure to say hello to everybody. I don't want to miss anybody. Um, I'm still kicking myself for not getting the LC sequin bag. Oh, the Longchamp sequin bag. Yeah, that was a pretty one. It'll come around in the resale in a couple of years or not. Brian, hi Brian Simpson, welcome in. Thank you for coming. Caleb has a question. Which designer house are you most into at the moment?
Okay. So in terms of clothes right now, Cult Gaia.
Okay.
Now, yes. And in terms of bags, that's going to be a hard one. I'm not going to lie. Um, I've been really considering, I don't know if you've heard of The Horse. That brand is an Australian brand. I know the Gal's Guide, she mentioned it, and also somehow Adulting, if I'm not
Oh, okay, yeah.
mistaken. Um, they've also mentioned it. It's pretty affordable. It's like an indie brand. But there's just one particular bag that I like. I don't remember the name of it, but it reminds me of a mixture of the Louis Vuitton trunk and also the why am I blanking? The Loewe puzzle bag.
Gotcha.
It's like a
Gotcha.
mixture of that
Okay.
because it has that hard exterior almost or more structured exterior and it sags in the middle where it just has that nice
Ooh.
silhouette. And I'm like, I think I kind of want to see if they're going to come out in a bigger size, but if not, I have already one on my radar. So for something that's not luxury, that. Now for luxury, I would personally say, I don't know if you consider this luxury. Um, Andy Hind, ooh, I don't know how to pronounce that last part. Andy Heinrich. I don't remember. It's a
I'm not
British
aware.
brand. It's a British brand,
Okay.
and they have a clutch. They do this. I don't remember the name of the clutch. I'll probably put it on sometime later on. But they every single season they come out with a different variation, whether it's raffia, whether it's satin, whatever. And they have this beautiful white pearl satin with decorative pearls all over
Ooh,
it. It's so gorgeous. It's about a little bit over 1,000, and if I was getting married, that would be my wedding
that would be it.
bag. My bag.
To me, in that price range, that's luxury. That's
Yeah.
luxury. It's all luxury is um Jackie says it all the time, and I know we've always told our kids luxury is anything that is not necessity. If you don't need it to survive, you don't need it to live. It is all
Mhm.
luxury, so anything goes. So anything
Mhm.
goes. So yeah, I truly feel how that is. It's like you just need a bag to put stuff in, but
Yes.
you just need it could be a $2 bag, but if you end
Mhm.
up getting a $25 bag, that's a luxury bag in my opinion.
Mhm.
In my honest opinion, IMHO, right, Craig? One of my favorite, you were talking about raffias. I think it was the first video that I saw of yours. It's not the first video you did, but I think it's the first video I saw. You were talking about summer bags. So this must have been last year. You have that round um bag, that round like raffia round bag, that a straw bag. Love that bag.
Was it a flap?
Does it have a flap? I think you said you got it on Amazon, or I could get it on Amazon. The
Okay.
brand, the
Okay.
brand. I just fell
Mhm.
in love with that because it was like it was a round bag, which I like the circular thing, and I was
Mhm.
into that for a little minute there.
I
But
know.
but
Mhm.
it just was so different because of the colors that you chose and because of the style of it, that I was like, "Oh, I was just," and I just it was out of stock, and then I never got it, but it's still on my radar. It's still on one of those radars to do. But I love that. I love that bag. Let me see. What do you what is Hindmark? Good job, Nancy. I didn't I didn't see Nancy's comment come through. Where is she at? Anya Hindmarch. Good job. Yay. And the other one was
Mhm.
worst, WURST, right? The
No.
the
Which one?
other bag that you were talking about, the other brand you were talking about.
Oh, the horse. The
Oh,
horse.
the horse. Spell it for me.
Yes. HORSE.
Oh, like a
Just
horse.
like a regular
Oh,
horse.
oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all would have totally been looking for the wrong the wrong thing. They'll totally be looking around. Anya has cute, quirky bags. Yeah, quirky. Yes, I like a good quirky bag. I don't mind a good bag that will sit on your shelf. That is art. I
Yeah.
really don't. Colt Gaia, yes. Caleb says he loves Colt Gaia. I love Colt Gaia. Their clothes, they're not in my size, but I like their bags. I love the ones that have like the lines, and you kind of see through them and stuff,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
I love those because it's just something different. It's something different. Let's see. Hi, Lexational. Let me go look at my notes. What do you think is your best attribute, and what is your worst attribute?
With regards to fashion?
However you want to answer that. Fashion, personally, whatever.
Hmm. My best attribute and my worst attribute. I would say, I what has saved me a lot is that because I like unique stuff, when a bag has a lot of hype, I think my best attribute is that I wait.
Okay.
I why I say that I did do a video of my bag rules and this denim trend. I've been wanting to get a denim bag for the longest. I have not been able to find something that plucked at my heartstrings and that I felt like I would use and wouldn't sit on my shelf. I would use it from time and time again. And I know everybody loves the Coach stuff, but it's just not it. And I think I solidified which one I actually really do like. I just think that it's denim, so I would wait for it to go on sale.
To
You
go
know what
on
I mean?
sale. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Now, my worst attribute, I would say, um, with regards to fashion, um, not necessarily handbags, but for clothes. I know what I like, so I buy it all. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Of that same thing. Now,
Ah,
all the
okay.
time, I would venture out. I would have little pieces that venture out a little bit, but um, yeah. So right now, like a good button down, I'm a sucker for that. So I was actually going through my clothes, and I think I have possibly over 20 button downs in many different colors. And I think I have a good almost 10 just in creams, not whites, creams.
Creams.
Then I
They're
have a
all
separate
different
section.
shades. They're all different
Yeah, no,
shades.
just a different section for pure whites. And I'm just like, and then I have the colors and then the patterns. And I was like, Deandra, you have a problem.
So
But
do
when I
you
like something, I go
yeah.
in.
So do you feel that that'll lead you into kind of being in a rut? Would that lead you to being kind of a rut? Or, do you see that it becomes a problem that where maybe you're not willing to look at other things?
Um, the thing is that when I'm getting dressed in the morning, I like to go with what I know looks good on my body and it works. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So if
Right.
I know it's fashionable, I can, and also a button down can be very versatile as well. So I I don't think it puts me in a rut or anything like that. It's just that when I want something different, when I'm in the mood for something different, I don't necessarily possibly always have it. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And so um yeah, so I would say in that case, it kind of goes back on itself. But I would say that it helps me because when I'm getting ready in the morning, I have something readily available. But then it's like a uniform in a sense, just in different colors.
Okay. And
You
but
know?
but you're getting ready in the morning for work, for a corporate world
Yes.
work. Okay.
Well,
So
not exactly corporate, but
pretty much,
corporate-ish. Yeah.
professional. Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you follow the same trends in your closet for personal wear, for leisure wear, for date night, or for
No, I think I'm a little bit more versatile, but I do have a staples. Like I don't know if you around that time when I did the summer textures video for the bags, I did do comfort staples. And like these H&M wide leg pants,
oh
they're
yeah,
breathable, they're so comfy. They come in many patterns. Every single summer, I snatch them up. Right now, I have like three in my cart that I want to buy because it's just simple and it's beautiful.
right,
And but I can also dress it up for date night and things
right,
of that nature, or vacations and stuff like that. So I like pieces like that that are very versatile.
yes,
But
yes.
yeah, I feel like sometimes because I know what works for my body frame and my body frame can be a bit tricky. I just stick with it because I'm just like I don't want to go with the hassle of returning and all that crazy stuff.
Yeah, and I understand that it's like right now I found those cute little dresses. Everybody's liking them in my shorts right now, those little floral dresses, They feel real comfortable. They cover my arms, they cover the part of the body that I'm, most uncomfortable with. And so I see them and I was like, "Oh, I don't have that color. I don't have that pattern." And then I'm looking through my shorts. I'm like, "Oh, they're all basically the same, but just different colors, different patterns, but it's
Mhm.
the same silhouette, but it
Yes.
feels comfortable." So I totally get that because when you have to worry about certain areas, and we all have them, whether you're male or
Mhm.
female, whether you're
Yeah.
tall, short, whatever it is. Um, you're uncomfortable with certain things. So when you find something that's comfortable, we all get in that groove,
Yeah.
as far as like, that's an easy buy, that's an easy wear, it's an easy
Yes.
thought process. Cause
Mhm.
yeah, I know if I have to get up, like tomorrow I have a doctor's appointment, I have to get up early in the morning. It's like, okay, I either have to get my stuff ready for tonight, before I go early in the morning,
Mhm.
or if I get up in the morning, it's gonna be one of those things that where it's just really easy.
Yes.
It's like, okay, I wore that last time, but I'm gonna wear it again. I'm gonna
Mhm.
wear it again. That's it.
Mhm.
That's it. Let me see. Somebody's saying good night already. Who's good night? Rael, good night, Rael. Yeah, it's
Good
ahead.
night,
She's ahead.
Rael.
Good night, sweetheart. Patience. I haven't been able to either. They're talking about patience. Um, let's see. Just wanting to see if there's any other questions in here. Okay. Um, So how is it? Because you travel on the train to go to and from work, right?
Yes.
So tell me, how long does it take you to go? Like what you're traveling? What do you do when you're traveling? And then how does fashion or carrying your bags or even the clothes that you wear, how does that all impact being on the train?
So, with this new position that I switched to, I just recently got back into the train for taking the train for about a year now. And I would say it was sort of a challenge in the beginning because I had to structure my bags around that. However, I would say I've been noticing, especially even this past week. Sorry, I think you're gonna hear a siren. I wore this, which is like a clutch.
It's
Okay,
beautiful.
a clutch, which you can also wear as like a show. It has a long strap, so you can wear a crossbody. I would never have imagined if you would have asked me last year if I would wear this. I would say no. I can't fit anything that I need for work in this. I made it work. You know what I mean? So I've been noticing, especially when I don't want to compromise on the look that I want to do. I've been noticing that especially with the SOGs and all that stuff, I've been able to figure out a way to make anything work for me on that given day. And especially if I'm not like on a day like that, I was not carrying any food into work. But I've been revamping. I had to revamp or I would say get certain bags that were still fashionable, not too heavy, not too big because I don't need it too big, but be able to carry my food as well because I didn't have a
Oh,
lot of that.
that's right. Yeah.
So that was also certain things. So Dragon Diffusion became my love, and I'm just so happy I found that brand because it's absolutely the best.
Tell us what the clutch is that you have.
Oh, this is a Tor Sudan Madden clutch handbag. Yes, Madison clutch handbag. They are not very well known. They're like almost like a brand in Blackwood.
Right.
They are a black owned business, but they started out with shoes first.
Ah, okay.
Yes,
You
and
had
then
I
there's
think you show that on your channel, and I'm sitting there trying to to look it up and look
yes,
at it. Some great little
yeah.
things. That's why I wanted you to make sure to mention that. So do you
Mhm.
double bag? Like, are you taking a tote and that clutch, or you're just taking that?
I refuse to. I feel
Wow.
like I have so many things in my closet. You should not need to double bag.
Okay.
That's just how I personally feel. I feel like I have a whole spectrum from big, small, medium. I should have and very different color schemes and stuff like that. I should be able to find something in my closet that works for me at any given day and that's what I wanted my collection to do for me. You
Right.
know,
Okay.
I wanted it to be, I didn't want to have a situation where I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I had this because this would be perfect, you know? I mean, there's going to have that occasionally, but
Yeah.
honestly, actually, I stopped counting because I got just frustrated. I think I have over 90 bags.
See, we don't count. Dee Dee, we don't count. Everybody wants to know Dee Dee's number. Dee Dee
I know.
doesn't. That's like you don't tell your number about the other thing. You don't
Yes.
tell your number about your bags either. No, no, no,
Oh
no.
my
We
gosh.
don't tell those numbers.
Yeah, I'm honestly, I was just like, oh. I was gonna make a video about it, but I was like, I don't even know if I want to broadcast that because I was like,
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Melissa from Melissa's Corner, my self-appointed president is constantly always wanting to always asking me, "How many do you have? How many do you have?" I said, "Nope, we ain't counting. We're not counting."
yeah,
It's like, "No way." I don't want to
yeah.
be hit
I
with the
honestly,
reality. It's back here in my brain. I don't
mhm,
want it up here. I don't
yes,
want it in my
yes.
face.
I That's completely true because once it was in my face, I was just like, I don't even know what this means. I was so like,
Exactly.
I was taken back because I really didn't notice that I accumulated so many,
Yeah,
and you would think that, when they talk about purse piece and all that stuff, like you would think that if you're almost pushing 100, I don't even know if I have over 100 at this point. I think I might, but if you're almost pushing 100, you should. I would think you would be at purse piece, right? But I don't think I'm there. I would say I'm getting a lot more satisfied with things. Oh, sorry.
that's
I
okay.
may
You're
need to
you're
charge my
okay.
phone. Um, I think I'm getting a little bit more satisfied, like meaning that when I'm getting dressed in the morning, I don't have as much loopholes anymore, if that makes any sense. Like
Yeah.
I can look around, and especially since I've gotten a bit more organized with my
I
stuff
love
and I
when you
can
pulled
see
that
it.
shelf out. Yeah.
Thank you. It helps me a lot because I can see things
Yes.
and I can make choices a lot better,
Quicker and a lot quicker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don Donuts wants to know what that pretty blue bag is on the shelf behind you, Deandra.
Oh, this one? So this one is Tiffany and Fred Paris.
Yes.
Okay. So if you like the Chanel mini rectangle flaps, definitely go over to their website. I came across them on Shop Premium Outlets, but you can find them on Blue Fly and also Gilt. And I think there's another one. I can't remember at the current moment, but they're cheaper off of their website pretty much. So I think I got this close to $200. And what I love about them is that in comparison to other dupes, it's usually faux leather and stuff like
Right.
that. You're not getting that with Tiffany and Fred Paris.
It's a
This
real,
is
yeah.
sheepskin. Okay, this
Right.
is leather. The interior for this one is fabric. It's like a maroon fabric, but I've worn this. I actually wore this to work, and I thought this would be the tiniest bag I would ever wear to work, and I've been proved wrong. But it's extremely comfortable.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I
Yeah.
I saw that you had that because I came across you Shop Premium Outlets. I was
Hmm.
because I my video coming out tomorrow suckered me into a buy from that
Hmm.
website, and so
Hmm.
I came across that too, and that's kind of a trend. I know Winnie bought some. Don Loves Couture bought some from there. I didn't buy them, and I'll tell you why, because you just mentioned it, because they have like that one's a sheepskin one, which is like in the $200 range, and then they
Hmm.
have the other one that appears to be maybe the same size, but it's a little lesser price, and it just says
Oh.
leather. So
Oh.
it so
Yes.
I right, you
Hmm.
know what I'm talking about? So I'm sitting here
Hmm.
going, "Okay, so price point wise, do I which one is it?" And so it left me in a conundrum, so I just said, "Forget it." I said, "Forget it." But every time I see them, they're gorgeous, gorgeous. But
Hmm.
if I get one, I probably will get the sheepskin one. I'll have to break down and get that one because who doesn't want the fancier stuff at a better, better
Yeah.
price point.
Hmm.
And I like it because that is not it's not trying to be a fake, or it's just imitating, it's just inspired, it's a silhouette that everybody has and can do, and there's no kind of like the branding that will get you in trouble, that kind of thing,
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
that's how I feel. So now that we got to know you a little bit more, and I'm perplexed about this question for you, so I want to ask, and I definitely wanted to wait because I wanted to see if I could figure it out, but I really haven't. I'm leaning one way, but are you an introvert or are you an extrovert?
I'm an introvert.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
I
That's where
am.
I was leaning, but you're um you're so you're so genuine, you're so present, that's why I'm
Mhm.
like I was having so much trouble trying to figure it out.
Yes, I'm an introvert. Honestly, I would say college time got me out of my shell, and that was very hard. I
Okay.
had to really work on it. Um, I would say in my second, at the ending of my second year, that's when I actually was able to like socialize out of my 4 years in college because it was really challenging. I was a daddy's girl. I never really went anywhere without my dad. And my dad was the extrovert. He was the one that would talk to other parents and their kids, and then we would, link up and so forth like that. So he was like, I guess, my wingman, if that makes
Who's
any
your
sense.
back? He did the play dates hookups for
Yes,
you.
exactly. I mean, when I was at school, that was all up on me, but I'm seeing the same people all the time. But in
Exactly. Yeah.
college, you're not necessarily getting that all the time. And everybody's in their own zone anyway. Um, and when I went to college, I tried to get out my shell. I joined clubs and all that stuff. And like being on e-boards and stuff like that, I had to tell myself, Deandra, you cannot stay in your dorm. You need to go out.
Yeah.
You have to, even though it makes you feel very uncomfortable to strike up a conversation out of nowhere, get out
Get out
and
there.
just do it. And it was rough for a few weeks. And then it just became a lot easier, to be honest. So now, I mean, I don't have as much anxiety at all as I used to before because I've gotten a sort of like a playbook of how to navigate things. But it definitely took some time. But I'm naturally an introvert. But when I get to
Naturally.
know you,
Then
I
you're
guess I
okay.
become,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's see. Hi, what if? Welcome in. She says that Rue La La sells the Tiffany and
Yes.
Fred as well
Yes.
too. Tiffany and
Hmm.
Fred Paris, I think. Right? Is
Yes.
that's what Don Donut says?
Hmm.
So, with your being introverted, how has that helped? How's YouTube helped or hurt? Has YouTube helped or hurt you? Do being an introvert.
I would say it has it has definitely not helped me being an introvert. I think the way how I am has kind of hurt. And I know you mentioned like my channel doesn't get much traction. I don't promote my channel. I don't promote it to really family and friends. I don't really promote it to any of my social media platforms because I'm not really heavily on my other social media platforms at
Right.
all either. I'm not the type of person that's glued to my phone and taking pictures all the time. I know that may seem odd for somebody of my age, but I was just never like that. I feel like you miss life when you do that. So, but then at the back end, I'm like, oh crap, I wish I had taken a picture to share, at least, especially for on YouTube when I'm talking about a bag or I'm talking about an outfit. And I'm like, crap, I wish I had taken a picture because it would be
Yeah.
such a good example.
I have to
But
force myself to do that as well too. I've
mhm,
been forcing myself lately to do that. That was on my 2024 things of trying to improve to do is take those pictures of
yes.
myself. I'm always taking pictures of all the families and all, our family, my grandkids, but
Hmm.
nobody ever takes pictures of me and I don't take pictures of myself. And so
Hmm.
I'm here like telling people, take a picture of me and they're like looking at me. I'm like, well, I need it for my YouTube, just take a picture.
Hmm.
So now they're going, "Oh my gosh." Oh my
Hmm.
gosh, mom, but I like, I have to, I'm trying to force myself to do that,
Hmm.
and there's like all kinds of, anxiety that comes with that and because I'm not a little girl. I'm a big, I'm a big person. So it's like, but I'm like, okay, whatever. It is what it is. It is what it
Yeah.
is. But well, I'm glad that you're not letting the introvert part keep you from making content because she does
Hmm.
have on the replay crew and here in the chats she has great content. If you want to binge some content, she has very thoughtful, insightful content, so please go over and follow her and subscribe to her. She is Deandra Bolton. Her channel name is Fashion Without Limitations, and I guarantee you'll find something that you'll like in there because she has a little bit of everything.
Hmm.
And like the thing with me, with Instagram, I kind of I have I have pocketed my Instagram. I have compartmentalized my Instagram. I have a personal one, and then I have one that I have for cruising because I have my cruising friends, and then I have one that I have for planning. I have my planning friends, and then now I've done the handbag ones,
Mhm.
and this one seems to be the one that kind of is taking off a little bit more, but that's kind of how I kind of got over that. So it's like I don't promote it on my personal Facebook page or anything like that. If I'm in a group and the group allows you to promote your channel or whatever, they'll have days, Facebook groups have days for you to promote your channel. Caleb's
Mhm.
Discord group, you can promote
Mhm.
your channel in there. So I'll do it in there. And I feel like sometimes I feel like, oh, but I'm like, you know what? He has a whole little section, he gives you permission to do it, he encourages it. So
Okay.
I'll do it, but that's kind
Mhm.
of how I do it because I'm like, my friends, because sometimes your friends and family are like the worst, the worst critics, But or you just don't want to mix that. You don't want to mix that, because they
Mhm.
think you're crazy, but you know that my handbag and my fashion friends, they're like, they're right
Understand.
there. They understand. They
Yeah.
understand. So you
Mhm.
can put that over in that area. And really,
Yeah.
I try to put pictures of my bags of the day and all that, but I fail at all the time. So I just try to promote the lives or try to promote the whatever's coming up that way. And I just use that thumbnail for everything. I use that thumbnail for everything. It's like I
Mhm.
beat it to death. I beat it to death. Let me see if in the chats, are there any more questions in there? Did I miss any? If y'all have any questions, this would be a great time for y'all to do that. Don Donut says she just subscribed to your channel too. Thank you very much. Melissa's Corner says she doesn't promote either. Yes, I'm after her all the time for that as well too. Um, Jolie, she says thank you to Dawn, or maybe she subscribed to Jolie. Maybe besties, those who've become friends. My RL friends and family don't know about my channel either. Yeah, yeah, your real life RL, your real life friends and
Mhm.
family. Yeah, Jolie, I completely, I am there. I'm there with that feeling because it's mine know, and I've told them, and I just I just want them to, you want them to be proud of you and everything, but you just want to be, careful. So I don't put it on my Facebook and things like that. So my churchy people, only a couple, a handful of my church people know that kind of stuff. I don't want them to say, Dee, what are you doing? Did you go crazy?
Yeah.
Uh let's see. Let me see. Are there any other questions? Oh, Jolie says we've all subbed to Deandra. Thank you, Jolie.
Thank you
Thank you.
guys.
Um, Let me go check my list. See, we're already coming up to the hour. I told you it goes really quick. It goes really
Mhm.
quick. Let me make sure there's not anything. Do you have any questions for me, or do you have anything? I do have one more question, which probably take a little while for you to answer, but I just want to see, do you have anything? Um,
Um,
and you don't have to. I mean,
at the top of my head, not right now. I don't have any questions.
that's fine because I'm an open book, so I tell y'all everything, well, almost
Mhm.
everything anyway. But I wanted you to tell us, what three tips would you give us when we're looking at purchasing something fashionable and trendy? Just when something trendy and fashionable. And you've already mentioned some, but can you outline three tips for us that you keep in mind when you're trying to go buy something? When you want to buy something, what do you keep? What are the three tips?
Well, first thing I think about is my current collection because I try to not to have things that compete with one another.
Okay.
Um, because I love a lot of different things, and if I do think that my love for that current item that I'm lusting after would supersede what I have in my collection, what am I going to do with that? You know what I mean? Am
Okay.
I going to give it away? What is my plan? Secondly, or if I'm just going to have them both, like because they fill two different niches. Next thing I try to think about is how does that bag make me feel? Like, what do I envision myself with that bag? If that makes any sense.
Yes, it does. I
Um,
mean, because that goes into to how I feel. It's like it's just about how does it make me feel? That's where I
mhm.
start with.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
So
think
like, if I get like if I'm sleeping and I'm dreaming and I'm lusting after it and I'm like, I can vision, I can see it working in my closet. It has a certain vibe. Like if I'm going on vacation or if I can see it, just every day, whatever that case may be. Like usually for a bag, when I see it, I envision a whole atmosphere around it. So I may sound a bit weird, but you want a classy bag, you want an everyday bag, it fits a certain niche. And so that's another thing I kind of or comes up in my mind automatically, to be honest. And then lastly is the price point. It has to be in there.
Yeah.
um Depending on if it's trendy at the moment, if it's something that I'm willing to wait on and take that chance to see if it'll go on sale on a better price point for myself, if it is a brand that is gonna, eventually go
Right.
on sale
Like
anyway.
Coach,
So
yeah.
yeah, so wait it out. Or if it's something like I'm not willing to pay that, or I'm willing to save up for it, or I'm willing to get an alternative.
Right.
Yeah.
Melissa says, "I think about my wallet or lack of a lack of what's in my wallet."
Yes.
Yeah, she's like, and it's so mean it's so if it's in her wallet, the means are in her wallet. She buys it. She
Yes.
buys it.
Mhm.
I was like, yeah, I have been trying really hard this week, and I have failed. I have failed, but I've been trying really hard this week to start being a little bit more reserved with what I'm
Mm.
buying,
Mhm.
because I have those big trips coming up. I have the trip in October with Caleb and Caleb's Discord group. So
Mm.
I have that going to Chicago, and I'm so excited about that. I'm going
Mhm.
to be going. They're going to be taking us to some fashion houses I've never been into that I wouldn't dare go into.
Yes.
And so there's that one, and then I have a big cruise coming up with the hubs, and
Okay.
that's going to places that we've never been before, and I'm excited about that. So I'm trying to really uh hone in, and I do that all the time. Is like I refocus, so it's not really necessarily a no buy or whatever. It's like whatever I'm into at the moment, I always shift what my fun money goes to, because I've talked about that before, where we have fun money accounts that we give each other, and those are our no guilt money,
Mhm.
and we can use them for whatever we want. And so I'll refocus that for whatever season's coming up, or whatever thing that I know I'm going to want to spend for and everything.
Yes.
Although I'm just having a little bit of hard time now since I've gone this bag crazy.
Mhm.
I'm like,
We
yeah,
have
I'm
our
like,
moments. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I'm like, ugh. But so
Mhm.
which is why I've been watching all these thoughtful channels again. It's like refresh my memory,
Mhm.
restrain. Dee Dee has none. I have none.
Mhm.
It's like I jumped in that pool of the handbags, and I'm just like, I'm having too
Yeah.
much fun. I don't want to get out. I
Mhm.
don't want to get
Mhm.
out. So let me check the chats again and make sure I didn't miss any questions, and then we'll do our wrap up, because wow, we have really this time just flies so quick.
I know.
I can't believe it. Okay, so we're down. You are going. What if you are going to that nice I can't go again? It's always falls on around my birthday. Oh, yes. Last year we were on a cruise, Caleb's Discord meetup. We were on a cruise last year, the same exact time, so we couldn't go. I think we left the day
Mhm.
after. No, I think it was the same day. We left the same day that the meetup was, but this year it's not. We are going to Chicago. We'll be back for 4 days, and then we'll be driving to Galveston for our cruise, which is 12 days long. So
Oh.
so yeah, so they're back to back. So it's 2
Mhm.
big trips back to back. So I'm like, but I am so excited for it. I'm so ready for it. Don Donut says all these sales are, yes, it's these Memorial Day sales. If I can get through it, I have done all the tricks that I always tell everybody. I have unsubscribed on my cell phone, to all the notes. I've unsubscribed to some of the email, the big heavy email stuff. I've slowed down the emails. I
Mhm.
try not to check my emails, but
Mhm.
there are like I gonna still do the bag of the month for Dooney, bag of the month, and then
Mhm.
there's 2 coach items that are coming up that I got a call from. My essay, yeah, because I went crazy with the denim, so I have an essay. So
Okay.
he's constantly calling me. I'm going. I was always like, oh, I'd love to have an essay. And now I'm going. Do I really want an essay? He keeps telling me all this great
Yeah.
stuff. But there was two
Mhm.
things I had been looking for that are coming up, and so I'm gonna. But I'm like you said, I want to save for those, and those will be intentional buys. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do the both of them or if I'm going to do one. That's kind of the only thing. It depends
Okay.
on if they both move me or not.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the thing. But let us know what you have coming up next. Tell us again the name of your channel, name of your Instagram, anything that you want to kind of let us know about, and then you can go ahead and sign off, and then I'll close up after that.
Okay, no problem. So, welcome well, not welcome, but thank you everyone for sticking with us. I know it's a bit late. My name is Deandra Bolton, once again, Fashion Without Limitations. And what I have coming up, honestly, I missed because of all the hecticness today. I did not post a video that I have coming up because I do have the car talks. So I am going to be styling, but in that video, it kind of expresses my headspace with regards to my body at the current moment with all of that, self-consciousness. But I'm going forward with it, but I'm going to kind of restructure it in a way. So that's going to be on there. You're going to have a little bit of more car talks, and of course some bags and accessories. I have kind of slowed down on the bags. I did a little bit more clothing. But yeah, it's still going to be in there just the same. But other than that, I that's pretty much all that there is in a nutshell.
I love the car talks; those are great. I love the car talks, and
Thanks.
that subject actually is going to be a really good subject. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
Okay, so just go ahead and sign off, and where
Okay.
everybody will say
Do I
goodbye,
just press
DeAndrea.
the X? Bye
Just the X.
everyone. Okay.
Bye, sweetie. Thank you so much for being here.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
You welcome. Wasn't that great? Isn't she great? She's just a little cutie pie. I just love her to death. I just love her to death. Um, Thank y'all so much for being here, Bean Beauties and Replay Crew. Thank you so much, Replay Beauties, for being here. I greatly appreciate it. DeAndrea has a great channel, and like I said, one of the purposes of the reason I wanted to do these lives and I wanted to do kind of a guest kind of thing is that I just kind of wanted to give back, and I wanted to give back, to the channels that maybe need a little bit of help, if we have great content and who just need a little bit of help and getting out there, because YouTube, when you're a small channel, YouTube just doesn't really pay attention too much until you're a little bit bigger, and a little bit of watch hours. But how do you get that if you're not pushed out? So we have to do it for each other. So that's definitely one of the reasons I wanted to do this. So I appreciate it. I have coming up, I was talking about, I have coming up tomorrow the video. It's it's definitely a blame Caleb Snell and his Discord group blame video. So all of you in the Discord, it's all y'all's fault. All y'all's fault. When you see the bag, you'll know what I'm talking about. And I couldn't find the thread so that I could blame the one person who posted it, but I couldn't find the original thread on there, so that I could blame that person and tell them that I bought the bag. But and then tomorrow night, it is a late night, midnight madness. It is 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. I have 5 foot nothing from Australia. Woohoo! So she will be on here tomorrow night and a late night. So make sure that you take a break, make sure you get some sleep, make sure you take a nap, and drink you a monster or a coke, and so you can be there, because I might need a little help because I'm going to be up early for my doctor's appointment and I have a late night. But I'm very excited about that one as well, because she has some gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous collection. And tomorrow's topic is going to be kind of a little deeper topic. I have a feeling it's all about age and are we too old to be on YouTube? That's tomorrow night. So hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night. Friday, this is Louis Vuitton month. I have my Louis Vuitton collection. I've taken the Louis Vuitton little the Louis Vuitton pill, and I have bought pre-loved bags, and I have got some great deals. You welcome, Marilla. You welcome. Good night, Marilla. And so tomorrow is another video releasing. I'm not tomorrow, Friday, and then there's one more Friday in the month, and that'll be the last of the Louis Vuitton intentional videos that I have been buying throughout the year, um, to collect for my little. Because y'all know I like to do collection videos. Sorry, my own type of collection videos. All right, Bean Beauty. Thank y'all very, very much for being here. Thank y'all for all the love and support. And I greatly appreciate it. And God willing, I hope to see y'all all tomorrow night. Bye bye.